What I like about it is that I think it transcended being just about a gay situation, and in fact a lot of the response to the film that was very positive afterwards was from women. And that was quite interesting because I thought they would relate to the woman character, but they didn't. They related to the gay character and compared it to their experience of cattle market, college dances and things, or local youth clubs or whatever. And now I think it's kind of seems to have another level again. It's just anybody of any sexuality relates to it. So I think we must have got something right. You know, it isn't just a document of, you know, for me it's not like a documentary, but you know, it has a reality perhaps because of the people involved in it, the people on screen. But it is, as I said, it's still a limited reality because a lot of the people one would have liked to have included simply couldn't, were too nervous to appear.
Tell me when it happens.
What's your
close
friends and your family think about it?
Yeah, probably all my family don't know.
Why won't you tell them? Why won't you tell them?
Yeah, you tell them. This is what I like.
That's not the point. You're
His private life.
Yeah.
Hang on, he teaches you in school, he don't know you. So when he goes home, right, if he wants to go to bed with a man, it's up to him. It's not
This is right.
So why are you criticising?
Nighthawks, for example, was just shown a couple of months ago for the first time. It was the first showing in Eastern Europe, and it played in Bratislava, in the Czech Republic. It was Slovakia. And that was a big deal. It was a gay festival showing a few films from different periods, different countries, and one of the first of its kind. And it looks as though Nighthawks will play in Moscow in January, and it will be a big deal. So I think that it's maybe to do with time and the culture. As I said, I'd said myself after making Nighthawks that you need hundreds of films. So maybe when you've got the hundreds of films and it becomes part of a norm, it's less of an issue. And when it's repressed and kept out, then it becomes a burning issue. But apparently it went down extremely well in Bratislava, and interestingly it was primarily a young audience. So that surprised me. I thought it would be mainly an older audience. And that they might be a lot more critical because it's 30 years ago. But I think all the issues the film raised here 30 years ago are the issues being raised there now. And I don't even think of it as in any way controversial that a teacher is gay. I mean, I don't think it is that controversial here now. Don't think I'm being flippant in saying that, but I think you know, in certain countries, and we know Iran, it would be impossible. You'd be hung, or you'd be hung, drawn and quartered. I mean, that's to me now where the real problems are. And that's where, you know, one society intersects with another. How do you deal with those? That's where the interesting areas to represent are, I think, and the dangerous ones.
The film created the possibility of travel, and that travel opened up even further the scale of the gay world. I finally got to America. It was at that time that gays in California had organized against Proposition 6, a piece of legislation intended to bar gays from the teaching profession. I was staggered by the forces being mobilized against it, the scale of the organization, the energy and enthusiasm and positiveness. I love fighters, and I need fighters. And if, like me, you feel that life is a struggle, a fight, then maybe boxing's your game too. No bats, balls, nets, no goalposts, no distractions. Just the fighter, alone, trained to move and punch and wear out his aggression on an opponent. In front of the crowd that will roar its approval or its anger. myself sometimes part of that crowd, sitting in the darkness, all lights on the fighters.
Did you need to be the fighter on the streets anyway? To look after yourself?
Yeah, you need to have that aggression. Randy, you do anyway. You need to have that aggression inside you.
More than other parts of London, do you think?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. It's all East London's like a rough area, but this area is a little bit wild, sort of. It's a little bit dangerous.
Dan? Danny?
Yeah?
Alright?
Yeah.
Here, guess who phoned me up this afternoon? Do you remember your dad's mate, Jackie?
Yeah.
Who got that bit of bird?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's home. He'd asked me to go out for something to eat tonight.
So you won't be home all night?
What do you mean I won't be home all night? He's a nice fella, as it happens. Your dinner's down there on the side. You seen him today, Spanner?
No, it's been a long while.
He ain't been home all day again.
Got to be fight date now.
Oh, have you? When's that?
End of the month.
You know you got?
Filth and Wells.
Oh, you got to start training now, mate. Not worried, are you?
No.
Yeah, so quite looking forward to it, really. Your old mum's out on the town.
I often thought of the crew, the ones who guided the ship from the bridge and turned the engines below. I was told there were more than 100 on board in the busiest months. They inhabited another zone on this ship, hidden, with secret passages and corridors, crew's quarters and captain's table. Always vigilant, on duty, while the rest of us relaxed. I took many turns about the deck and watched the sea in all its changing moods and other ships that crossed the channel. And these were finally moments when I didn't think so much, but just experienced the biting wind or the warmth of the sun, watched the progress of the other vessels and the sea. If I thought of anything when I watched the sea, was that maybe this was what the early Earth was like. I was indulging in thoughts like these when I saw one of the brothers again.